sure the lenses, you can see me here. Let me fix this. Much better, I guess. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man Merveille here. I am back, baby. It's been a minute, man. It's been a long time. All right, let me bring the camera up a little bit, because all right, let me fix this, man. Bear with me here. All right, that's a little better, because I was like up close to the wheel, and then that didn't really look good. Let me flip the camera a little bit so you guys can see me. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. We're all getting started. I'm having a wonderful weekend so far. Oh man, this is so fantastic, man. It's been some times, man. It's been a long time since I went live. You guys know my trip back in Congo went smoothly. It went great. I had a good time out there, despite some of the things that I ran into and things that I didn't expect. But overall, the experience was positive. There are some regrets in certain areas, but we're going to talk about it in this video. But if you're just joining this chat, make sure to hit the like button and let me know in the comment down below where you're watching from, and I will really appreciate it. I apologize in advance because I'm wearing my underbeater. Guys, trust me, man. It's hot out here. This is summertime. It's hot here in Pennsylvania. So I really don't feel like overdressing or nothing like that. And especially, I'll be going to a party later on this evening, so I'm going to be dressing up. And that's already enough right there. But during the day, where I got to make sure I put something a little light to go along with the weather, all right? So I hope you understand that. So what's up, everybody? Let me know. Tell me what you've been up to the past, couple of months since we had since we had our live chat. So I'm curious what you guys been doing, what you've been up to, and please let me know in the comment section, man. I'm gonna hang out here for quite a bit until some of you join the chat, so we could talk about some of the things that I did and the things that happened, and I'll give you my overall impression coming back from Congo, because I'm currently back in the United States right now as we speak, and I am preparing myself for another trip, hopefully next year, but we'll see how things go. But I also have a lot of updates for you guys in terms of employment, business-wise, and other opportunities that I got coming my way. So I get to share that with you. But until this becomes a done deal, then I'll just keep it a secret. But I'm gonna just give you a quick tease so you guys know what to expect. All right. So I'm currently on my way to the barbershop. You can see my hair. I haven't had a haircut since I got back from the Congo. So today I got a wedding party later on this evening. So I gotta make sure I look good, all right? And I don't want to be running around in the party looking all crazy and stuff. So I want to make sure I get a fresh cut and just chill. Hey, come on, where are you guys at? It's like 11:25. I understand some of you work Monday through Friday, and you probably had a long weekend, but it is what it is. I understand when you have a job and you work, sometimes you could be tired. Some of you might still be sleeping, but it's okay. If you don't happen to be present while I'm going live, you can just catch me on the replay. But just make sure you watch the live stream till the end, all right? Because we got a couple of things to talk about. But before I get started, guys, I want to see at least 5 people in the chat so we can get the ball rolling. As long as you don't make it here, I don't have 5 of you in the building. Hey man, there's no way I'm going live. I'm just gonna keep driving till I get to the barbershop. If there is less than 5 of you, well, I'm just gonna have to call it a day and do it some other time. I do respect your time and I value your time and everything. All right, but I also value my own time because I could be doing some other things, but I prefer to come to you guys and talk to what's more important, because I know we share a lot of things in common, and probably some of you are out there waiting for me to say a word about how things went in Congo. This is your opportunity. It is what it is, right? Because obviously I got a party to go to, which means I got things to take care of. I got to handle some things before the time comes, right? So it's still not noon yet, so it's about to be noon in like half an hour. That gives me right enough time to get a haircut and come home, maybe take a nap, and start getting ready for the party. So please let me know where you're watching from, and so if you join the chat, please do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, so that allows YouTube to send this live stream to other people out there. There might be people who are interested in hearing what I'm about to say, but they do not know that I'm going live. Or you can just do me a favor to hit the like button. If you don't mind, share the video. It doesn't cost you anything, it just helps support the channel, put me out there on the map. So I'll really appreciate it. So make sure you let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. I see 2 people in the chat, so we're looking for at least 5 folks out here before we get this live stream started. And I appreciate you getting, hitting a like button. That really means a lot. That shows that you care about this channel and you giving your boy support. So I need more than just 1 chat. I got 2 likes, so that's fantastic. So let's keep that going. All right, how you guys doing? How's your weekend going so far? I hope you guys having an amazing weekend. I already stated this. Maybe you didn't hear what I said this before you joined the chat. Obviously, you see me wearing an underbeater, but guys, let me apologize in advance because it's hot out here. We're in the middle of the summer and we're in Pennsylvania. All right, it's so hot out here, so I can't afford to dress up because I got a wedding party to go to later on tonight. I'll be dressing up, so that's enough right there for me. So I don't want to be like overdressing for the weather because it's too hot out here. So there you have it. Oh, come on guys, so let me know where you're watching from and announce yourself in the comment section below, because we got a lot of amazing things to talk about, man. We got so many things to discuss as it pertains to my trip, recent trip to Congo. I got back, it's almost been a month since I came back from Kinshasa, and I got more updates for you guys. I got a lot of things to discuss, and probably some of you that are planning on moving or either flying to Congo for business purposes or for vacation or whatever the case may be. So some of the things that I'm about to say may be very important to you guys, but I just want to make sure I get at least 5 people in the chat so we can get this started. I'm on my way to a barbershop, so we could just have a chat till we're done here, then I go into the barbershop. But if you don't really see not that many people in the chat, then I'm gonna have to call it a day, and we'll reschedule the chats for another day. All right, so let me guys let me know where you're watching me from, man. I'm curious because I have 3 people in the chat, but I have no clue where you guys watching me from, and I'm just curious. I want to know. So do me a favor, get those chats rolling, man. Get it rolling, because that's how you get it more interesting. So let me check it out here. I gotta learn a lot of things about this YouTube thing, man. I gotta learn how to like post a chat when you like say something in the chat while you go live stream, man. But you know what? Never mind. This is something. There's a lot of things I gotta learn about this YouTube thing, man. But anyhow, all right. So here you have it. All right, guys. So I went to Congo. I flew to Congo last May. I believe it was May 9th. I really don't remember the exact date, but I'm gonna have to go back and double check and see the exact date that I left. But anyway, I left for Congo. As many of you already know, I own a farm back home. I also own a property which I will be sharing on my YouTube channel shortly, but I never really had a chance to share that with you guys on this channel because, again, I have a private life that I also live, and because I'm on YouTube, that doesn't mean everything that I do in my personal life has to go on YouTube. So I prefer to keep some things out of YouTube, but because this is going to turn into a real estate business, I should say, and on the top of that, it's just more of a residential spot for me to go to every time I fly to Kinshasa, all right? Because I've been spending way more money, staying at other people's places. I prefer not to stay at my parents for privacy reasons, okay? I could be having, friends or some people that I don't want around my family like that, you know what I'm saying? Therefore, I prefer to pay, for a flat hotel and, stay there until my days are over, all right? So I do privacy concerns and many more things, for that matter. But yeah, I'll get into it and I'll let you guys know. But like, I talk more about my farm because that's what brought most of you on this platform, and I want to keep that going. Now, one thing I have shared with you, if you guys remember, in one of my videos, while I was in Kinshasa, I discussed what happened, on the farm. All right. While I was here back in the United States, there were some conflicts happening between, it was some tribal or conflicts taking place between Bateke and Bayaka. All right. This had gained national attention, but then later on, we found out that it was orchestrated by some politicians who had their agenda. So as we speak, there are many people who are under investigation, and hopefully there are some convictions on the way for those that were authors of these attacks and massacre that took place. I would never have believed one bit that this could spill through the capital like that. You know what I mean? Because my farm is still in Kinshasa, but it's a little far away from Center City. Okay, it's probably a good 2.5-hour drive from at least my location. So unfortunately, some of it really happened like exactly where my farm is located, and it's an unfortunate event. All right, so that alone, deterred me from visiting my farm as soon as I got to Kinshasa. But I had to wait at least like almost 3 weeks before I went. But when I went, there were a lot of military presence. There were a lot of police presence in that area. So we had to go through checkpoints and stuff, which just sent the message that the government had that under control. All right. So unfortunately, when all of this was taking place, my guardians, my guys that take care of my farm, they had to run for their safety, and I don't blame them for that. If I were them, I would have done the exact same thing. So that happened. The animals stayed by themselves with nobody to feed them, which was another unfortunate event. But we could not afford to have the animal stay by themselves without any feeding them, otherwise they will perish, right? So what I ended up doing, I sent my brother down there with my other, with other people with him. They got all the animals out, and then we ended up selling them to a local market just so we don't lose that much money on that. You know what I mean? That occurred, like, it happened. So even though I wasn't able to make as much as what I've spent, but at least I was able to minimize the level of loss. But it's not one of those things that would really discourage me from pursuing my farming ambitions, but it's still an unfortunate situation. You guys remember, every time I come on this channel, I talk to you about business opportunities in Congo. I talk to you about farming in Congo and everything. I always make sure I remind you guys of the risks that are involved in anything that you choose to do. Whenever you're getting into business or whatever, you have to expect, things could happen. There are risks involved. You could end up losing the first time. You could end up, you know, you know, I don't know. Something bad might happen, but that could be also used as a learning experience, right? To teach you, okay, why you could have done better. So step back, come back, and do it better than you've done it previously. That's at least the mindset that I have when I'm doing something. Okay. um I'm not gonna lie to you. When this happened, I was really, really discouraged. I started questioning my farming journey. I started questioning whether it was a good idea to continue with the farming activities, or I should call it off and just sell the land and move on to something different. But I remind you, I have already poured more money into the projects. The pig barn is already built. I got more things on the way. I was gonna build the chicken shed, or the chicken coop where I was in Congo, but unfortunately, due to safety reasons, I decided to hold back from that. But I'm still gonna do it regardless. But it took me quite a bit to reconsider farming again, even though right now, as we speak, there isn't really nothing taking place, on my land. But I had a chance to speak to some locals and people that I know who have family members that work, for the Congolese government, and they gave me a full story. They told me, like, there are some layers and different versions to the conflicts that occurred, but most of them give me one piece of advice: is if I want to continue with the farming and all of that, I just have to wait till after the election, because according to them, this was more so for some political, political opportunists to justify, I don't know, the instability by going to, I don't know, the locals and telling them that, hey, with these conflicts, if you elect me, I will make sure this kind of things never happen, blah, blah, blah. All right. So everybody has their theory, but most of them, at least, they had one thing in common that they told me, is that I should wait until after the election before I do anything. So I can, while I'm waiting for the election, I'm just not going to sit here and not do anything. I decided that I will move forward with my residential construction. I will get started with that. And of course, when I get started, guys, I will share the experience with you. I will let you know where is it. But I'm going to tell you exactly where my residential land is located. I bought a house in Kinkole. This was back in 2020. It's not built. It only has like this little hangar on there. It's like a 2-bedroom in there, right? So that's just for someone to, look after the property and make sure everything runs smoothly. I got like an avocado trees on there. I get some fruits here and there. There's like a couple of plants growing inside the house, which is great. I love green, or whatever around me. But for the purpose of construction, when that time comes, we might have to like get rid of some of these trees, which is something that's really already hurting me from the bottom of my heart. But we'll see what we can do about that when the time comes, because my original ideas were, when it comes time to start building on my property, I will build a residential, structure for myself. So when I travel to Congo, I have a place to stay. So I don't you have to deal with spending money on somebody else's property. All right. I'm just going to build mine and then build 2 apartment complexes within the same land, because it's 9 by 30. So and then eventually we will start renting it out. Maybe do Airbnb for some diaspora who travel to Congo more often. Because I noticed one thing: the past couple of years, a lot of people are starting to wake up. A lot of people are trying to stay away from center city these days due to traffic reasons, because there is so much traffic in Kinshasa that many people prefer now areas where there is less traffic. I'm talking about like Kinkole area, Mpasa, Bibwa, and so forth. Like after the airport, all of these areas are empty. So most people now, they're preferring to go and spend their days in Kinshasa in places like that. Even on, like, when they have a vehicle, they just drive with no traffic at all, like with no traffic. And I prefer to do the exact same thing too. If I can provide that, that's just gonna make a huge difference. Because myself, I said it to myself, like, man, I can't deal with this traffic anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I choose time of the day before. If I had a place to go, I would choose a certain time of the day, knowing that, okay, around this time traffic is already gone by now. Then I'll hop in a car and drive to whatever I need to go. Or usually on Sundays, there isn't really that much traffic, so I prefer to go around on Sundays, like, hang out with friends or spend time with family, or drive to different areas for that matter, right? So if I do something like that, that alone could bring some money too, because that's why, like Congolese, we have to come to uh, a point where we need to start helping each other, right? First of all, the place where I usually go to when I go to Kinshasa, right? Nice place. Electricity has never been an issue. There's always good service or whatnot. But I promoted the place on my channel. People reached out to me. I gave the ladies their phone number. They went over there, stayed, but she never paid me. I never asked for it, but at least I want some sort of a discount, when I'm coming over there. Like right before I came to Kinshasa, I had someone that I met through my YouTube who I also recommended that place. When they got there, they loved it. All right, they stayed there for an extended period of time, but she still did not, give anything. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out of, get that out of the way. But yes, that is what my head is right now. I am working on building my property for myself, and also I will be, I'll put it up on, Airbnb for business purposes. So when everything is up and running, I will share that with you guys. In the event you're planning on, spending time in Kinshasa, you can go and check it out. Of course, I will put out some videos and show you guys what it will look like. The place is in Kinkole, obviously, but I'm not really too familiar with Kinkole like that. But maybe if I travel a little bit more and spend more time in Kinkole, then I will be able to tell you the differences in certain area. But what I do know so far is what they call Kinkole Pecher. There is also another one that they call oh man, I forgot the term, but like the neighborhood where I own my property is called Lagos. So it's like the capital of Nigeria. That neighborhood is called Lagos. So yes, Plaza, right? I was about to say Plaza. So Plaza is another nice area in Kinkole. That's probably the most famous neighborhood in Kinkole is Plaza. So like Lagos is like right across the street from that. You know what I mean? It's on the opposite side. So that's something to keep in mind. There's just tons of opportunities. If you want to build a house, or you're looking to, like, you're looking to. Yeah, I'm trying to back into this parking space, and this guy behind me here is trying to come too close. So I had to keep him in check. So let me do my parallel parking here, and we'll keep this going. Because I'm not trying to hit nobody's car and have the insurance deal with all this crap. Alright, I'm just going to wait for them to proceed. And I have empty space. I'm just going to do my maneuver. And oh, man. Alright, man. Just give me a second, man. Oh, come on. You're driving like a grandpa, yeah? Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Oh man, I'm probably not gonna make it. Too close to the curb. Go ahead, go ahead. The traffic is insane. Everybody is out. I'm trying to get my parking here. Okay. So now I should have enough room. Actually, there is another parking spot up there that I didn't notice. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to use this spot right here. Bro, don't come too close. I'm trying to back into a parking space, yeah? Jesus Christ, people are not patient. How much did it cost you to wait like 5 freaking seconds, bro? Jeez. Alright, man, I apologize. I mean, there are people out there, like, all they do is just be in a rush. Even though they really do not have any place specific or important to go, they just want to be fast and shit. That's crazy, right? All right, let me grab this comments quick. I already found the parking spot. Let me see here. So in the building, you don't have to share your personal information, bro. That's right. You call it, oh hell yeah. Well, I mean, Kinkole is like now everybody are buying in Kinkole. I'll give you one quick, I'll let you know. All right, for those of you that are planning on buying a property in Kinshasa, Kinkole is now the new developing neighborhood. This is a place to go. I'll tell you what, 10 years ago, people used to buy land, like with 2,000, even 3, up to like $5,000. You had like a big empty house in Kinkole. Now, with everything, with all the price skyrocketing, this is the time to jump into it, because it cost me way more when I bought mine back in 2020, and those that bought 2 years later, they like it continuing to increase. So if you're planning on buying a property, or you have you're ever considering in buying a piece of land in Kinkole or wherever area in Kinshasa and build it, this is the time. But I'll be more specific. Like me personally, like I grew up in Masina Sunfield. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that area, but with what it looks like these days, I would prefer to live in Kinkole rather than go back to live in that area, because Kinkole, it's much more spacious. It's just you get the benefit of like the Congo River down the road, many touristic places around. It's not too far away from all of these other touristic sites, because most people from around the capital, they travel from the other side of the city all the way to Kinkole or to Ntele, because Kinkole is just another neighborhood in Ntele, right? Everybody go there. We're talking about safari. We're talking about all of these other attractive touristic places in Congo. You'll find them in Ntele. And if you own a property out there, let me tell you one thing before I lose a train of thought. Out of curiosity, right? My brother is trying to open a bar, right? So while I was there, we went to Kinkole. Believe it or not, he was trying to get a place like around Lumumba Boulevard. because that's where there's more traffic, there's more circulation, there's more activities taking place. So you want a place that has more visibility for your clientele, right? Oh, like a regular you know leasing space, it's already like $300 a month to rent out. This is in Kinkole, and they're asking you for 6 months ahead, so you're looking at 1,800 right there to just get a place. And this is in Kinkole, bro. This is in Kinkole, you guys. And nobody would have thought of that like 5 or 10 years ago. But here we are. There's the population is growing rapidly over there. And with the projects that the government has going on, like to build malls, and they already got like supermarkets already all over there. And there are more under constructions. So which means the things that most people used to leave Kinkole to go to like other areas are coming to an end, which means a new area has just formed. Now our people are moving there. I mean, if you don't want to be the last in a game, this is the time to get your property, secure it. A couple of years down the road, you'll be making way more money. I'll give you one quick example. When my parents owned, right, where I grew up, when my pops bought that place, it didn't cost nothing compared to the value of money now. But my house, where I grew up, the last time I checked, it's between 500 to 600K. Believe it or not, that's how much money you're looking at. And I was surprised that you can sell a house in Kinshasa. And I'm not talking about like Gombe or Montfleury or I don't know what prime neighborhood you can think off the top of your head in Congo. But we're talking about like, Changu, Funa, or whatever. You sell a house out there. There are houses that are selling for like $350,000, even $400,000. So with $300,000, I'll buy a beautiful home in the suburbs here in America, like in the same kind of suburban area where I reside in. I'll be able to buy a house out here. So which means owning your land is the wealth. The true wealth is owning the land. Like paper money is just a representation of currency that everybody has to transact with. Because if we're doing exchange, there must be a physical currency that bridge that gap. But when we're talking about wealth is the land. Own as many land as you can. Some people ask themselves questions of, well, I do not have the money to build it, but get it first. You worry about that later because you don't know what your future look like. I don't know about you. I'm ambitious. I'm always thinking about things that will bring me more money so I can fulfill all of my plans, all the projects that I got going on. Because I do not want to be stuck at one place. I do not want to continue to work 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. But those of you that are there in Africa thinking if you move down here to the West and get you a job, that will make you build like buildings or, I don't know, hotels back home, well, welcome. I'll be the first one to ask you how long has it been and how much money you got in your bank account and what have you built so far back in Africa with your salary. You're always trying to find an alternative, all right? Find other ways. That's why you have to live wisely, spend your money wisely, especially when you are here in the West. You know what I mean? Of course, we're looking for, I don't know, like me personally, I want a great career, all right? I did the things that I had to do so I can get a job that pay six-figure. I can be making six-figure salary and have more saved up in my account to allow me to fulfill my projects back in Congo. Because real estate has never failed. Real estate it will always put money in your pockets, and you will always have money laying around. I mean, if I wake up one day and I won like $20,000, all I gotta do is just sell my property, even without building it. That's about how much it costs right now. But I already have a project already done for me by a friend who's an architect, and I'll be starting my building up, based off of that plan that he has designed for me. And every time I look at it, I build a image in my mind what it will look like when it's complete, and I go spend my first night. I'm always looking forward till that time comes, man. And that's why I'm advising you, if you're considering something like that, to go and check it out. You don't have to go with the money right now to buy it. Just go out there and see how many people are building and how many people are buying. Or just go out there, talk to real estate agent that are the local real estate agent, and ask them questions. Just get more information. You'll get an idea. And then you will realize you were probably one of the only ones that are still not making any move. Because I went to, like, my cousin took me to a place where it is only owned by it's not like owned by diasporans, but that whole street, like all the houses on that street, is owned by people from the West. I'm talking about Congolese from the UK, from the US, from Belgium, from all over the world. They on that street. They call it Cité de l'Union Européenne. That's what they call it. Somewhere in Plaza Kinkole. Bruh, when I went in there and I saw the projects and the houses that are getting built out there, I'm like, man, I gotta be the last one in the race. But it's not too late yet, because I also have other things that I consider and other things that I am more interested in, like farming and everything. The investment that I put into building my pig barn is gonna bring me money in the long run. When I'm ready to get started with the pig farming again, at least the structure is already built. I ain't got to worry about building another one, because there is already one in existence right now. And I got a bunch of plants on my farm growing as we speak. By now, I had made my own personal decision that I will be building more of my residential property, so I can put it up to Airbnb and start making money off of that. Of course, the 2 other apartments, I will have that rented out, so I could be making money monthly, right? And maybe open a local bank account so that the money can be deposited over there, and just have some sort of residual income. So you could be working here, but you got like another $500 coming in every month. That's gonna be that will be actually a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, when we go to Kinshasa, we have a budget. When you go with that budget, usually you end up spending that money and almost come back with nothing left. Versus if you have something locally that could bring you money, so you don't have to worry about your budget, that right there is making a difference. Because believe it or not, the world is changing. We've all witnessed the Russia summit. I don't want to get too political on my channel, but these are the examples that I got to use to kind of bring awareness. And there was something circulating on the news. I wish I had like the live stream capability where I could share with you on my screen, but unfortunately I don't have it. Now European countries are already talking about making US citizens to get a visa before traveling to their countries. All that US power, the US empire or whatever, is coming to an end. And this is the time for us to start waking up, because at least we got a choice. We got a home to run to. We got a home to go to. But if you do not do what's best for you, eventually you will go back home to only find that your neighbor or the entire neighborhood you grew up in is now basically run by other diaspora, that's run by like expatriates that are not from your country. And don't get upset and don't get all xenophobic trying to like orchestrate local or like instigate locals to join your attacks. Because when we talked about these things, you were the ones who did not want to hear it. You did not want to do anything significant to change the narrative. You wanted to fold your hand and wait until the last minute to start blaming the government for that. Everybody's about making money. I prefer to own more land where I come from rather than just talking about it. Even if I do not have the financial capability to build them, but at least I want to be the owner. So so when all these expatriates are coming, they will find that most lands are owned by locals, and if they want to conduct like any type of activities, they can rent it out of our own personal hands. So that way the money is going into our pockets. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine if they get to own more lands, what they're going to be able to do with it. Now look at the conflict between us and Rwanda, and a turn is already taken. Now imagine Rwandese owning massive lands in Kinshasa and being the owners, right? You know what it will mean to us? I mean, I do not think like a typical or like an ordinary Rwandese will do such a things with the intent to harm locals, but their governments, they, you know, play by malicious strategies to invade and impose their will, or I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But I really do not want to get into politics, but I'm just giving you this overview so you guys have a clear idea what to expect, because our country can never be changed by nobody else but ourselves. We got to be the only ones with enough potential, with enough energy to talk about what's good for our own country. You have all of these Congolese in the diaspora who are spending their time and their money onto things that don't even matter, onto things that are not going to bring anything significant to the Congolese community. But we have empty lands out there waiting to be purchased by us, but we're choosing to let others own it. I'm sorry. If a European purchases land and, you know, build in, do activities, don't blame them. That's their opportunity. It's a free world, and you ain't got nothing to do about it. Now think about the same property. Try to own that property in the West and see how much money it costs you. You have the luxury to live in countries where their local currency are one of the most powerful in the world. Take advantage of that power, use it now, because believe it or not, things are not going to be the same 10 or even 20 years from now. And I believe in 10 or even 20 years, even 30 years from now, most of you on my YouTube channel here will be alive, and we'll come back here and talk about this stuff again. And I just want all of us to be on the same boat when these things happen, to be the winner. You know what I'm saying? I do not have the money to stop working right now, but I've always dreamed of retiring early. That's why I'm into, you know, the path that pays me good money, that make it possible for me to do the things that I do in Congo, right? And when that time comes, I could be comfortably telling people that, okay, I'm moving to Congo, and I won't have the need to come back here for another paycheck. You know what I mean? All right, guys, so I got a video that's about to drop. Keep an eye on that before the end of next week, because I still got like a minor editings to do before that video is released. Make sure to keep those alerts turned on for that video. And I got more videos also, and I'll be going live at least once every week moving forward. Now that I'm back in the United States, I had some other things that I had to take care of since my trip, you know, from Congo. But now everything is looking good. All right, we're going to be talking more about what's to come next. I appreciate you tuning in for this live stream. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you really soon. Take care.